The moment I was waiting for came, and I was ecstatic. I was overjoyed. I was elated. Can you imagine? Working hard, very, very hard, family, and gaining my 1,000 subscribers. Working hard again and getting my 4,000 watch time hours. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. So I started working hard in terms of trying to figure out what videos I wanted to do. I knew that I was interested in work from home, side hustles, making money online. But to be honest, I didn't want to start my channel and just zero in on that without first meeting the 1,000 subscriber criteria and the 4,000 watch time hours. So of course, parts of the channel you will see a little bit of vlogging going on, but I really just wanted to work hard and get to my goal. Now that I have gotten to my goal, I have recently started going in the direction that initially that's really what I wanted to do. But about a year ago, I had a situation where, I don't know, I just was not able to access my AdSense account. And for those of you who are monetized, you know that as soon as you're monetized, there would be advertisements being showcased on your videos, right? So whenever you see those videos, well, I think YouTube also runs videos on persons' channels who are not yet monetized, right? But for those of us who have made the mark by attaining 4,000 watch time hours and getting the 1,000 subscribers, so now each time when adverts are being run, then of course there is revenue to be gained. So everything was going fine. I mean, everything was going super fine. I was able to see my account, my AdSense account, and guys, newsflash, ever since I got monetized, I have not yet cashed out, right? And here is the reason. It got to a point whenever I wanted to click and access my account, I was not able to see it. And then, to be honest, that put such a damper on my spirit, because I said I worked so very hard. I thought to myself, I've worked so very hard, I've put in the time, I've put in the work in order to gain the requirements, right? To meet those requirements. And then to not be able to see what's going on in my AdSense account. So I reached out to different customer service agents, right? And of course, every time I came off, I was discouraged, but I still left a good review, right? Because the whole point about it is that they were efficient in what they were doing. But what I found happening was each and every time when I went on to have them help me to figure out why I wasn't able to see it, because the thing is, my videos were still being run. They were telling me that my account is in good standing. So why them can't see it and I couldn't see it? That was a no-no for me. It's like having a bank account, right? And every time you wanted to know what is happening in there, you would have to call a friend and say, hey Jackie, can you please check my account for me? You don't want to do that, right? It's just not the done thing. So for every time that I would make contact, it would get to a point where every bit of information that they required of me, I would provide it, from screenshots. They would ask me to walk them through what are the things that I've done so far, if I've tried to troubleshoot and did all of that. When it got to a point where it seemed like now they wanted to go in and do some more in-depth check, they would pass me off to email. And what I mean, they would say, okay, thank you so much for contacting us today, but in order for us to do further checks, we would like to communicate with you via email. No problem. But you and I know, family, tell me in the comments down below. Communicating by email, it can be prompt, it can be quick, but every time when that happened, let's say an email came in early this morning and I was doing something else, or I was working, way down in the day, that was when I would see that email. By the time I would respond to the email, I guess it took some time for them to see it, just in the same way that it took me a very long time to see it. So that form of communication wasn't really cutting it for me, to be honest. So what happened is, I got so discouraged, and I said to myself, what would be the whole point of me putting out these videos without knowing if I'd ever be able to access that information, or who knows, being able to withdraw if and when my monies came in, when the income came in, right? Because this is a stream of income for me. And maybe a lot of YouTubers won't say it, or what is the whole point of working hard to monetize if it's not to earn, right? So I get discouraged. I got so discouraged, and I said to myself, well, if a year has passed and I'm getting absolutely nowhere, what is the whole point? What would be the whole point of working so hard editing those videos? I just couldn't deal. I literally just could not deal. Tell me in the comments down below, what would you do? How would you handle a situation of uncertainty, right? Number one, you cannot access your account. Number two, you don't know if you would ever be able to access it, because each attempt to get a solution just went into sheer disappointment. So basically, guys, I stopped posting out my videos. I just stopped. A matter of fact, I decided, you know what, I'm going to try another platform, and I went to TikTok. I'll talk about that in another video. Maybe about a month ago, we're in October 2023 right now, it got to the point where I said, God, you know what? I'm going to make one last ditch attempt. I'm going to make an attempt. And this time, God, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to ask you for help. Because so far, I have not gotten the help that I needed, like I really needed. So I started praying, and I prayed and I prayed, and I said to God, this is the last time I'm making contact. A representative came on. Let me get some water. A representative came on, right? One moment, guys. And he introduced himself, and his name is Kwan. I never forget it. To date, every time I have a difficulty, I say to God, God, give me a Kwan release. All right, let's get into it. No. Anyways, he came on. He was very courteous, and you can tell how someone is, even if they're communicating with you via text. There is a tone to the text. So I explained my position, my situation, the problem I've been having, and he proceeded to ask some questions. Now, mark you, most of the questions that he asked, I have already heard about them. I've been asked those same questions. So I thought to myself, you know what? Let me remind him, let me say to him, please do not pass me off on an email communication, because that's not going to go very well, and it's not going to lead anywhere. And you know what he said to me? Do not worry, because today I am here to help you. So this is for somebody today. No matter what you're going through today, no matter what it is that you're trying to sort out, just remember, when your help comes, you will know. Even though I was feeling uncertain of the prospects of this going anywhere, or getting to a solution, or having any form of resolution, right? I remember that I really prayed about it. So I was trusting God for the results, because I said to God, I said, God, at the last time, this is exactly what I said to God. At the last time may I contact them, if I get a result today, then fine. If I do not get any result today, this is the last time I'm doing this. I'm not going to make any contact with anybody. I'm just going to forget that I have a channel, and that will be that. For every question that this representative asked me, I felt as though I was going down the same street, and I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. But I kept on whispering a little bit of prayer. You know, sometimes you have to just whisper a little prayer and let it marinate. So every time I would massage in the prayer, and I said, listen, I said, God, I told you I'm not going to ask anybody about this again. Okay. He said, have you tried so and so? I said, yes, I've done basically everything. And he said, okay, could you just allow me to go and check something for a few minutes? I'm going to put you on hold. I said, Kwan, before you put me on hold today, please do not pass me off to any form of email communication. I do not want it. I want it. I made it explicitly clear to Kwan, I want it. So he said, no, just give me a few minutes, I'll be back. in very, very short order, he came back. I was like, what is happening here today? Anyways, he came back. He asked just 2 other questions, and he said to me, all right, have you tried to log in from this angle? I said, I've done it already. He said, don't worry, I am here to help you. Absolutely reassuring. So for everything that popped up during our conversation via chat, Kwan would say, do not worry, I am here to help you. You know something? Sometimes we doubt and we don't know if we're going to get help, or we're not sure where the help is going to come from. But after 1 year of waiting and feeling frustrated, and honestly, some days when I would check to see if things would work out for me, it never worked, and I would be so discouraged. But you know, I just got to do something else. I did something else, occupied my time doing something else. The long and short of it is that he sent me a link and he said, try to log in using this method. I did. Guess what happened? So while you're guessing, make sure that you hit that thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, right? Because it does help to grow my channel, and of course it's helping to grow our community. So handle that for me. Handle that. He gave me the first link and nothing happened. And I'm like, I didn't know he was going to send another link, because I thought that would have been it, right? So remember, I was waiting for a year, and I was on the phone with him less than 20 minutes, okay? When he asked me for screenshots of what I was doing, and I said to him, okay, he said, don't worry about it. Go get that screenshot. I will be here when you, I felt it. That must have been an angel, honestly. Somehow, the doubt was very, very small, and my hope was great. You know, it's like the hope just overshadowed a little bit of doubt, you know. So this time he sent me another link. And when I tried to log in with that link, I was able to see my account. I just started crying. Just start holla. Because can you imagine working so hard? I worked hard, I worked assiduously to gain the 1,000, and thank you guys, all of you who are on this channel with me, all of you amazing persons who are subscribed. I mean, you probably was wondering, oh, so she subscribed and she sit down, she get to her goal now, she sit down. No, me just couldn't access the information. So I have started recording my videos again, because of course I now am able to see my information. And yes, I appreciate every single solitary one of you who are part of this channel. So that's my reason why I haven't been posting out. Yes, but like I said before, when I could not see my way here on YouTube and get to see the information that I really wanted to see, I decided, hey, I'm going to hop over to TikTok. I'm going to go over to TikTok. So I'll tell you about that in another video. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And it doesn't matter what you're going through or any challenges that you face, I am now in a position to say to you, remain hopeful, keep trying, make no bones about trying one last time, and also remember to pray. Remember to pray. And genuinely ask God to help you, right? That is how I'm looking at it. Remember to do that, and of course He is going to come through for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking. And to those of you I'm being tongue twisted, right? To those of you who have shared out my videos, thank you so much. NMC'S world, extraordinary people from around